You can no longer go into a kneeling position. But you used to be able to do it. At some point it became impossible. We can make this possible again, and today we are doing exercises that, if done regularly, will give you the best chances of quickly sitting back on your heels. And these are also good against your knee pain, which you already have or you don't want to get at all. The first exercise we'll do really frees up the thigh. And to make this work really well, I would recommend using some tools. You will need a belt and a slightly thick book. You can also do the exercises without these tools, but then you have to pay attention to certain things. I will come to that right now. We have to lie down on our stomach and place the book or roll in a way that it raises the knee higher, and then we have to put our foot into the loop. With the belt, you simply place it over so that you can then pull it. So, now, regardless of what you use, or even if you don't use anything, go ahead and lie down on it. And if you don't have a belt or loop now, try to grab your foot directly with your hand. If that is difficult, then bend the groin a little. It's a bit harder this way. Bend the groin a little, then grab the foot, and then go back down with the groin. And let's start, so no matter how you do it, without tools, with your own or with ours, you must always pull your foot further towards your buttocks and make sure that your groin is close as possible to the ground. Lower your groin down nicely. And then you'll notice that when you lower your groin, it pulls significantly more in the upper thigh area. And the thigh down as well, of course. You may notice a pull in the thigh. Continue pulling the foot towards the buttocks, breathe nicely, and try to always be relaxed overall. Only increase the stretching intensity as much as you can still handle in a positive way. You must stay in the just bearable pain so that you can endure it well. Always remember, the exercise must be fun, it must bring real joy. The joy of practicing and also the joy of the feeling afterwards, because it relaxes you completely and allows your body to be better involved in the exercise. And as I explain this, you pull your foot further towards your buttocks. And now let's tense up. While your groin is pressing down, try to press against it with your foot against the strap. You want to straighten your leg and try to straighten it a bit more and a bit more. Then release the tension, let it go, and you'll notice, oh, it goes a bit further. As I said, the main mistake in this exercise is lifting your groin off the floor, which means you go into a bit of hip flexion, and that shouldn't happen. Always pull further into the stretch. Always do this while exhaling, because when exhaling, your whole body relaxes a little bit. And you can use this letting go wonderfully to get more into the stretch. Now we slowly go out. And do the same on the other side. That means loop around the other foot once more. I will also change position so that you can see me better from the side. So, now slowly turn and place your left knee on the book or the roll. Continue turning slowly, and now the exercise starts on the other side. Remember again to lower your groin nicely towards the floor. The closer the groin is to the ground, the better it is for the exercise, and you also feel it directly in the stretch. Remember that the most challenging exercises are the ones that bring the most benefits. Even if it hurts at first, just moderate it a bit so that you are just at the right intensity, so that it's just bearable. People often talk about a comfort pain. It should still be a comfort pain before it turns into a negative, I don't feel good pain. That must not be, we must avoid that. And as I explain this, you keep pulling a little further because you may have noticed that the tissue gives way, and as your tissue gives way, the stretching pain is also less. The more often you do the exercises, the better you get a feel for them, ultimately throughout your whole body. You notice I always go a little further here with my left hand, always going deeper into the stretch. This can pull in the groin, this can even pull in the back, this can pull in the thigh, this can pull in the knee, depending on where you are shortened. And now straighten your leg. Put some extension force into the leg. That's right, more extension, more. Push yourself, feel your muscle working. Then relax and go a bit further into the stretch. Go a bit deeper into the stretch. Breathe in deeply and out deeply, then slowly release. And now we move on to the calf. Now you would ask yourself, what does the calf have to do with my heel? A lot. Because if it hurts in the knee and on the heel, that's because of the calf. That's why we have to free it up. I will first show you both options and then also how to do it without any tools. We practically move so far away from the wall that we can raise the forefoot, and then you notice that when you move forward, it pulls significantly more than if you do it without this elevation. If you don't have the knee hero nor a book, then you simply walk further away from the wall. That is the disadvantage, because then the weight is not so much on the heel, but it still works. And then you go into the stretch like this. And no matter how you do the exercise now, we do it together. I will now go to the knee hero. Please start the exercise as you wish to practice it. Choose the appropriate distance to the wall and then go forward with your right knee extended so far that you feel the stretch. And now we are in the exercise, and then you will feel the stretch in the upper calf just below the knee pit. And during the exercise, it is very important that you always have the knee fully extended, and sometimes you don't really feel if it is extended. Then the trick is to go back a little, straighten it again. I also noticed it wasn't fully straightened. Fully straighten it, and then move forward again. And most of the time you notice, then it pulls significantly more. And the calf also has a lot of tissue, which now needs to be made nice and flexible. And that's why we do this for 2 to 2.5 minutes, which are absolutely important. While I'm speaking, you may not be able to see it. I am continuously bending my left knee slightly forward, which constantly increases the stretching in my right calf. You can also raise your hands a little higher. Then you can try this. Press your arms up diagonally. Then you can ensure that your heel is pressed more firmly against the ground. Look, I am stretched. Go out for a short while, stretch, come back in. And the exercise becomes really efficient because when you are fully stretched out and hold it for a long time, you will feel a real relief afterwards, you will notice. And now press with the forefoot into the ground, against the book, against the knee hero, or against the ground, no matter. Press firmly and relax. Make sure the right knee is straightened and go forward again, and then you will notice, yes, it pulls directly at the upper end of the calf. Go further in, we're almost there, and then slowly come out and do the exercise on the other side. Take your left foot onto the knee hero, make sure the knee is straight, and now increasingly move forward and start the exercise. If you do this exercise correctly, then it is indeed high intensity, so you already feel a significant stretching pain, but this is a really positively charged one because your body already senses that it will feel much better afterwards. I don't know if you can understand what I'm saying, but if you've been doing the exercise for a while, you probably will. That is closely related to your body awareness, which we also train through these exercises so that you can feel more and more into your body. You see, I always take a little step forward with my right foot and push my pelvis a little further forward, increasing the stretch that you can feel in the upper calf area just below the knee. Once everything is set, focus a bit more on your breathing. Inhale, consciously exhale, and go a bit further into the stretch. Then inhale again, consciously exhale, and go a bit deeper into the stretch. So, now get ready. Now we tense up. Imagine your toes and the ball of your foot. You want to stand on them. At the same time, press yourself down from the wall so that your heel must stay on the floor. Strain even more. Make sure your knee is straight, and now relax. The knee remains extended and you go a little further into the stretch. Inhale slowly and take a step forward with each exhale, then slowly exhale again. So, now we've completed the preparations for the following. Each person will do this at their own pace. Please go into the crawling position and take note of how far you can get your ankle towards the ground. You might already feel a certain stretching pain on the top of your foot, and then slowly move your buttocks further back. Maybe you have to stop here because you feel a pull in your knee. If you can't take it anymore, then you practice up to here or you come up to here, then you practice here or you come up to here and can release, then you practice here, and if you're already this far, you can try to sit a bit between your legs. And now the principle applies. The best exercise for stretching is the stretch itself. That means if you want to get into the sitting position on your heels, try to sit in it as often as possible, but always at an intensity that you can tolerate well at that moment. Settle yourself nicely. Now let's just briefly catch our breath. Thank you. If you have any questions or feedback, feel free to write them in the comments and let us know how you are feeling. You continue sitting in your kneeling position. Now, if you're able to, try the following. If you can already do it, go ahead. Otherwise, just stay as you are. And if you're already higher up, then go down millimeter by millimeter gradually. You can also do the following in between. You can place a pillow, a cushion underneath you. Actually, I don't have one here right now, but yes, I'll just take this roll as an example. I wouldn't use this roll because it's a bit hard. I just want to show you. If you now have the greatest stretching pain here, which is just bearable, then simply stay seated on this object, and what you put underneath yourself depends on how much height you need to get into a good stretch. Und jetzt versuch dich mal, wenn du hier bist, hochzuheben, oder wenn du hier bist, dann versuch mal mit dem Rumpf, also mit dem Strecken der Knie, deine Hände nach vorne zu bringen. But by supporting you, you can practically tense against it. That means when you are here, you tense like this. When you are here, you tense like this. When you are here, you tense like this. When I explain this, you continue practicing all the time, of course. So, tense up every now and then and go further into your kneeling position on your heels.